May I come in, sir?
Please do.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Please.
Let's introduce yourself to the board.
So my name is Lakshay Aggarwal. I was born in Meerut but brought up in New Delhi. I'm a chartered accountant by profession, and I had a brief stint in Kotak alternate assets, and post that I started preparing for civil services.
So, Laksh, you are a chartered accountant by profession, and then now you want to join civil services.
Yes, sir.
What is the motivation to join civil services? Any role model, or how would you share your views that, sir, I want to opt for civil services because of these reasons?
So with my life experiences since childhood, I have come to know that governance can play a very impactful role in people's life. And sir, I want to be part of that setup. I want to create a macro impact by effective policy making and its implementation. Working in various roles as a civil servant, that will be a great learning experience, which is unparalleled anywhere else.
There are certain issues. I'll just name 3 issues. You will have to just tell me how these issues can be resolved. And I want very specific answers. Right?
Yes.
Now, number 1, you are district magistrate of Meerut. Right? You are district magistrate of Meerut, and a communal riot has broken there. How would you handle it? I just want to know 3 steps, A, B, C. Second situation, there is an earthquake. How will you handle it? A, B, C. And third, there is a case of murder. Listen to the question carefully. First is there is an earthquake. Second is there is a murder. Third, there is a communal riot. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Would there be a difference in tackling these challenges? If yes, how? And mention in 3 steps, each of them. Let us come to the first step. Communal violence has broken in Meerut. How will you handle it? First 3 steps.
So first one would be coordinating with the superintendent of police to bring an immediate and effective end to the violence. Second would be to bring medical help to the victims or any injured. And so third one would be a meeting with the elders of both the communities which have been indulging in the violence for trust building and confidence building measures.
Okay. Next.
Sir, for
There is a situation of earthquake.
Yes, sir. Sir, for earthquake again, firstly, there must be proper relief to be sent to anyone who is immediately affected, the injured. Second is medical aid should be, medical and food supplies should be delivered to the affected people. And so third would be to coordinate all the relief efforts which are ongoing, both from private sector, NGOs and the government sector.
Okay.
Finally, sir, for murder, I think, sir, I would be coordinating again with the police as to how the investigations have been ongoing to keep abreast of all the developments, lest if I have to give a public statement. Next, sir, I will be personally visiting the victim's family to make them sure of that justice will be made. These 2 are the points that I can think of right now.
Okay. Good. So, in any of these crisis situations, is there a provision of something called helpline?
Yes, sir. Specifically for earthquake management, disaster management, the helpline would surely be effective for the victims to make an SOS call. For communal riots, the helpline could help them understand the situation on ground and the relief efforts that would be ongoing.
Okay, good. Moving on to another specific area where we shall be talking more about. A statement is made that, I'm just making a statement, you have to just share how correct, right or wrong it is and why. I make a statement that the bilateralism multilateralism is over. This is the era of bilateralism. True or false? Why?
Sir, I would say partially true because with the recent election of President Trump and the strides made in Russia-Ukraine conflict, there has been headwinds towards multilateralism. Also, sir, on trade and economic perspective, the inefficiencies in WTO has led nations for bilateral treaties as against multilateral treaties. So, sir, I think there has been an era of bilateralism that is coming. But, sir, multilateralism is as important for proper coordinated efforts towards effects of climate change, like scenarios.
So, why is it that India is on a spree to sign free trade agreements with different countries rather than routing it through multilateral agencies?
Sir, the agreements, the bilateral agreements are needed to support our industry because we want to achieve manufacturing GDP. Also, sir, we are not routing it towards multilateralism because in WTO specifically, the appellate authority has been, their appointments have been blocked by the United States. So, sir, it has effectively been inefficient recently. That is why.
Okay. There has been a controversy in the Supreme Court regarding the appointment of judges, right? Something called uncle judge syndrome, what it is and how to address it.
So those could be allegations regarding nepotism in the judicial appointments. However, substantial evidence is still lagging in that allegation. And so that could be resolved by proper collegium appointments, which has been up until now has been done in the judicial appointments.
So, do you think the collegium system is serving its purpose? Yes or no? Why?
Sir, definitely it is serving its purpose because people's trust in judiciary is still as strong as ever. So, definitely I feel that it is serving its purpose.
Then why they oppose NJAC?
Sir, NJAC was bought to bring more transparency in the procedure and also to address the issue of shortages in the number of judges that are there in the judicial system.
Thank you. Sir.
So, Laksh, what is your Laksh?
Sir, as of now, I just want to join the Indian Administrative Services.
Not any other?
Sir, there are more long-term goals after I achieve this one. But right now, my aim is just to get into these services.
So, you fancy yourself to be a super James Bond?
No, sir. I just want to be a simple civil servant.
You see 0007?
Sir, that was due to because our college mandated this format. Okay. 7 was my roll number.
That was your roll number 0007.
Sir, it had to be 4 digits and my roll number was 7.
Okay. So you have an interest in study of World War II.
Yes.
Tell me, what was India's role in WW2 and was it of its free will or under compulsion?
Sir, India's role was seminal, especially in theatres of North Africa. And the war, in fact, came to our home in the battles of Kohima and battles of Manipur. And sir, our participation was both against our free will and also that we wanted to suppress the evil of Nazism, as Gandhiji called out.
Okay, so we had a dual purpose, you mean to say.
Yes.
One, we were trying to serve our end and one, the British.
Yes, sir. We did not want to serve them, but we were forced to.
Okay. So there was a certain alignment of powers, the countries, on two verticals.
Yes.
How do you see the change today if you keep those as the base?
Sir, those bases were primarily economic and ideological between the capitalist West and communist East. However, now the alignment is not based on economics or ideologies, but rather interests. We are seeing the rise of the Krink axis, China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea. And on the other side, there is the bloc led by the United States. And even that is seeing some cracks due to transatlantic tensions. Also, sir, there is a global south and middle powers such as India and Japan. Those are also feeling differently aligned. So, sir, this is not just an era of dual alignment as used to be in the past century.
Dual or ideological?
Yes, sir. Not bipolarism, but rather multipolarism in the current era.
So, but do you agree with this kind of alignments which are happening, that X country's territory Y has invaded and Z is trying to make an agreement with Y to mine the territory? Is it like fair in world politics, or is it something like might is right?
No, sir. From an ideological standpoint, this is definitely against the world order which was set in the United Nations Charter. However, sir, national interest should come first, and so is for the country that is invaded. So, sir, all the nations should respect territorial sovereignty. Only then we could usher in an era of peace.
Some criticism is there that UN is nothing but a toothless paper tiger. Suppose I ask you to make a plan for reforming the United Nations in so much that its writ is respected. What 3 changes will you suggest?
Sir, the first and foremost will be to expand the Security Council.
Okay, fine.
To bring in members from the Global South. Second, sir, the United Nations should have an active force. They have a peacekeeping force, but it is only deployed based on the majority decisions, whereas they should be deployed when there is a clear violation of the United Nations Charter.
You mean to say it can work as a super country? Deciding?
Yes, sir, but they should be deployed.
In international interest, like the third?
So they should have more regional offices. They have.
So you mean to say you will allow the veto powers to be the same? If the veto remains the same, nothing changes.
Sir, but we can make up a system where veto is exercisable only by a majority vote of the Security Council. Bringing in more members will bring in more perspective. And right now the Security Council has just 2.
Okay, let it be. So now I'm giving you 2 situations. Okay, tell me which is good. I'm the government, you are the public. I give you more money into your hands. I decrease the taxes. I increase the savings account interest rates. One situation. 2, second situation, I compartmentalize your spending expenses. I digitalize everything. I know where you are spending and when. 1. 2, I take out the extra money from your hands by way of increased taxes. Right? Now, which one of this is good for the economy?
Sir, a balance must be stuck in both the situations.
What balance do you propose?
Sir, I propose that yes, there should be financial stimulus, but for only those strata of society which genuinely are in need of it and have lagged behind in getting the developmental dividend. Secondly, sir, the government should also boost its expenditure because that will have multiplier effects and that will boost the economy.
So in all this thing, where does the philosophy of Amartya Sen fit in? Development as freedom, unfreedoms, various unfreedoms he's nomenclated, and that if you don't have opportunity, you don't have freedom. How does it merge into this economic philosophy?
Sir, in the first scenario, as you proposed, giving people some cash, that will definitely...
Not cash, allowing them to have money in their hands.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to dole out money for free.
Yes, sir. The increase in dispensable income will definitely give them the freedom to spend, and yes, developmental opportunities will be there in terms of health and education. Secondly, sir, if government boosts its spending and prioritizes the people standing last in the developmental queue, that will also help them to give them the opportunities to develop themselves.
Well, one of the very famous finance ministers of this country personally told me one day that if people have more money in their hands, the economy moves faster because they spend or save. If you save, government spends.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So, Formula One race.
Yes.
How many international circuits India had?
Sir, India had one in Buddha International Circuit, and there has been another proposed in Hyderabad.
But at present, there is one.
Yes, sir.
So, why Formula One racing cars are so popular? Cars are so popular.
Sir, because firstly, the speed and the related adrenaline rush.
Does it have any impact on automobile industry?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Like,
The innovations made in boosting the competitiveness of cars impacts automobile industry such as the pad gear technology. It came from Formula One cars. Also, sir, regenerative braking, which generates electrical power from the braking of the vehicle, that came from Formula One.
any idea how much should be a Formula One car costs?
Apologies, sir. I will have to acquaint myself with the number.
You must know how much does it cost a Formula One car.
Surely, sir, I'll read about it.
Starts from $12 million. 100 crores. One car costs. Okay, now you are interested in studying World War II.
Yes.
How many Indian soldiers died?
Apologies, sir. I will have to read about it. An exact number is difficult to figure out because
No, it is that. It's a well known, and in many countries where Indian soldiers were deputed, where they killed, there are Commonwealth War Memorial. I had visited many such as a tour of duty. Anyway, it's 87,000. 87,000. And they were not, you give an answer. I mean, just there, as this is a mock, I'm telling you. They didn't go there voluntarily. They are forced to go there by the British Raj.
yes.
So not voluntary that this from this side is sky we want to stop Nazism. Nothing. They just bundled out our soldiers, send them there. Indians, send them there. And how many of them were injured? Get this number correct, okay? As you were saying, because it will come to India. India became 87,000 killed, 67,000 prisoners of war, and around 36,000 wounded. India. Do you think that World War II, when you are interested in World War II, what do you think about what is the possibility of having another world war so that your son or grandson will study those? What is the possibility?
So right now, it might seem like there have been glimmers of World War III, but I personally do not believe that the situation will escalate to that level due to the presence of nuclear wars and the mutually assured destruction that will entail.
You see, mostly these days or in this century, our present condition in the present world has got more wars than Second World War, isn't it? More regional wars. Israel, Hamas fighting, Russia, Ukraine fighting, DR Congo fighting, Sudan fighting. See, it may not have been global, but regional wars are equally important. and devastating. Millions of people, more than 1 million Ukrainian died, isn't it? Double the number wounded. So it's all, but no nuclear weapon has been used. Joe Putin said that he has lowered the nuclear threshold, but don't you think that even in conventional warfare, is there any chance?
Sir, World War will only encompass when most of the global superpowers and most of the regional actors will be engaged in one.
How many superpowers are there now fighting?
Sir, if we can consider Russia as superpower, then they are engaged in the conflict.
They are fighting. USA is fighting. USA is fighting as a proxy war, both in Ukraine-Russia field and Hamas-Israel, this conflict. US is directly involved.
Yes, sir, but American.
Don't you think so? Why you are World War II interest? That's why I'm asking you the question. You have to think about it. What is the present international scenario? You see, if Israel is not ready to extend the deal, okay, he will start fighting. Trump government has given them mother of all bombs, 2,000-pound bombs last week. Okay. So don't you think that it could flare up? Turkey has amassed 50,000 soldiers in Sinai Peninsula.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are these not indicators that third world is coming? And if Turkey is involved, Iran will also get involved. Yesterday, President Trump has ordered more fighter carrier warships in the Gulf and Mediterranean yesterday.
Yes, sir.
So don't you think that all of us will be sucked in? If Europe is sucked in, Middle East is sucked in, where we will go? Turkey will attack. Turkey is openly saying they will attack. Don't you think that there is every possibility for a small mistake, for a small spark, World War III can start?
Yes, sir, that can happen, as happened in World War I with just one spark. However, sir, there have been regional wars like the Iraq War and the War on Terror.
No, this side, if that thing starts, South China Sea will, that area, Southeast Asia will also be engulfed.
Yes,
So, will you not call it a world war?
sir,
Think of it.
so that possibility is definitely there.
Very much there. Very much there.
Yes, sir.
And especially, Trump is saying in Gaza he will make Riviera. Okay. And the Arab League members, all Arab League members are vehemently against it, including Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So, if Israel attacks, Israel is saying that, okay, this ceasefire, unless you... Yesterday, President Trump said to a visiting delegation of hostages family, that Hamas, you give all the bodies and hostages, live hostages and the dead bodies immediately, otherwise you will be finished.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday he has said.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So don't you think that if Israel attacks, the popular Arab streets, they are boiling.
Yes, sir.
Arab street are boiling. Arab street means Arab people are boiling. And their monarchs or kings cannot afford to just, see to it. And so don't you just World War II as you are interested. World War, don't you think that we are on the just brink of World War III?
Yes, sir. Whatever you have said has definite merit, and that could trigger into World War III. But that will still be limited to regional conflicts with powers not declaring Middle East and, as you propose, South China Sea. However, sir, the superpowers.
What about Europe? Do you think that Russia will stop at Ukraine only?
No, sir, but with that peace agreement, Europe will definitely rearm itself and recalibrate their policy.
How many years it will take? They say that 800 billion euros to fund for manufacturing weapons, arms and ammunition. How many years it will take? It's not today.
Yes, sir.
It will take at least 5 to 6 years.
Yes, sir.
In the meantime, what happens? If Russia attacks Finland, if Russia attacks Georgia, is already within their sphere of control.
Yes,
Lithuania, Latvia,
yes, sir. Baltic republics.
Baltic republics. If Russia goes further, because Putin said that we want a Russian empire, right or wrong. So Europe, in Africa there are fightings going on, civil wars going on,
Yes, sir.
South China Seas.
Yes, sir.
So is it not you may not call it World War III, but it is World War III.
Sir, it will be World War when superpowers declare wars on each other directly, rather than going through the proxies. In the South China Sea, if it comes, the conflict would be limited to these countries only, and US would not likely to.
Well, US is a member of Quad.
Yes, sir.
So what will not if China keeps on aggression, it keeps its aggression.
Yes, sir.
If Israel keeps its aggression, Lebanon, West Bank,
Yes, sir.
okay, Syria, Golan Heights, they are up on the top of Golan Heights. Now they have come up almost up to Damascus.
Yes, sir.
So Europe is involved,
Yes, sir.
Asia is involved, both Far East Asia and Middle East Asia.
Yes, sir.
Latin American countries, there were big war in Latin America involving Latin American countries, right? So this is big powers. So China will be involved. If Iran comes, Russia will be involved. US will be involved. So three main powers
Yes, sir.
will be involved.
Yes, sir.
So how it will be? Why not? It will be Third World War. Just think about it. Think about it.
Definitely, sir. The flashpoints could rise to armed conflicts. But, sir, even if the big powers declare war on each other, they would not be risking all-out total war, which was the fashion in World War II and World War One. That would not be repeated because
Initially, both the world wars started in a limited way, limited manner, isn't it? When it started,
Yes,
it was in a limited manner.
yes, sir.
USA joined when? Much later.
Yes, sir.
Russia, Germany was good buddies,
Yes, sir. They had never.
isn't it? So initially it starts very, in a small regional war.
Yes, sir. But
Okay, if you still continue, if you point, okay, it's not an arguing session. We are just examining you. However,
So, Laksh, your interview is formally over. Now share your feedback. How did it go?
sir,
Don't say, sir, I have knowledge gaps, because this is not the stage when you can say, sir, I have knowledge gaps. No, you don't have any knowledge gaps. So let me just filter it myself. Whatever you know, because your interview is now on 18th March, बच्चे है ना?
Yes, sir.
10 दिन का समय है. Whatever you have understood, एक चीज हमेशा ध्यान हो. इसके बाद और कितने मॉक्स देने हैं आपने?
Sir, I was planning this to be the last.
So that will be the wisest thing. See, क्या है? Now you have given enough mocks.
Yes,
Good. You have got feedback from various mocks, right?
Yes, sir.
So what the time has now come to just absorb. Let them be absorbed and then firm up your responses, right?
Yes, sir.
Because now the time is less. So within this short time, I will just suggest you just very quick 3-pronged action. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Number one, already you have gone through your DAF. You know what are the areas of your interest, what are your strong points. So जो आपके strong points हैं उनको आप बिल्कुल फर्दर थोड़ा सा और स्ट्रेंथ प्रदान करो, उनके काउंटर क्वेश्चन सोचो.
Sure, sir.
जैसे your draft shows interest in Second World War.
Yes, sir.
The question immediately came, is the world getting set for Third World War?
Yes, sir.
So you have an opinion.
Yes, sir.
You have a very categorical, clear-cut opinion, sir. On this pretext, I don't think it is going to be a full-fledged Third World War. Fair enough.
Yes,
You are well within your rights to have your views,
Yes, sir.
right?
Here I will just
Sir.
substantiate. I try to deflect him,
Ah.
but he stick to his point.
So this is how the board tries to deflect your opinion. Sir is trying to give you a different perspective. Look,
Yes.
this is happening. This is happening. Is it not Third World War? But good that you stood your ground.
Thank you, sir.
Right? So that is how we here. No one is going to test your knowledge now.
Yes, sir.
Forget about it. अगर कुछ क्वेश्चन नहीं आता है तो नॉलेज गैप्स वो आप भूल जाओ आप. There is no knowledge gap. What you have to do is not whatever you have learned over this period, उनको assemble करो, firm up करो और जो भी अपने points हैं organize करके रखो and stick to your point.
Sure, sir.
Be original, be yourself. Be original, be yourself, be normal, natural. आराम से जैसे बात करो, जैसे आप हम लोग से आज बात कर रहे हो वैसे ही बात करो.
Yes, sir.
No need to get bugged up by senior citizens across the table. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
They will come out with their gyans or knowledge. But here they are trying to test how you react, how you respond to, and whether you are, how do you take the barrage of questions one after another.
Yes, sir.
Right? Bas be level-headed, be cool-headed. Things will flow in their own course. Right?
Laksh, you're a good candidate. And if you maintain your presence of mind and you are present in the interview as you were today, you'll do very well. Of course, on the dress sense, I would advise you to wear a white shirt
Yes, sir. I would be doing that.
and a tie which goes
No
more matching.
Trump tie.
So if you wear this tie, people will think that you are going to be
MAGA supporter.
Sure, sir.
yeah. All the best. Good luck to you.
And see, from the beginning, I have noticed your hands are like this. Why?
Sir,
Is somebody told you why you are not?
This is like elocution contest hand. We used to do it in school.
Even when I was discussing war, I noticed your hands are like this only. Be assertive. Sir, it will not be like this because A, B, C, D, E. Sir, you are correct when you are saying, I try to deflect you, but I am very glad that you did not succumb to my
Pressure.
pressure. It's very good. Move your hands. No, that's not your normal. आराम से बैठो भाई.
sir, I just feel a bit more calm.
नहीं
when
ठीक है
my
अगर
hands
आपको
are-
see if you feel like this it is your call. But what happens कभी अपने सामने बोर्ड को engage और involve करने के लिए ना थोड़ा सा hand movement या कोई facial expression it acts.
Sure,
है
sir.
ना? Otherwise whatever way you are comfortable be like that and be your normal original self.
Absolutely.
ठीक है?
Okay.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
The first question, Mr. Chairman, your earthquake question. Now, you said everything. First thing you did not mention. What about rescue the people who are trapped? I have noted here.
Relief last में.
Relief तो बाद में आएंगे भैया. You see, if somebody is not eaten for a day during this time, it doesn't matter. He will survive. But the people who could be brought alive, who could survive, you have to do that thing fast. Isn't it?
Yes, sure.
So think,
Yes, sir.
rescue completely lost. So you are asked, and secondly, did you notice that here is eye contact? It's only with one person.
You see, you should try to. What sir is pointing out is quite a valid. It's like you are responding to the entire board.
Yes, sir.
यहाँ 3 है, वहाँ 5 लोग रहेंगे.
Definitely.
So you should, while 60 to 70% attention आप दे सकते हो to the board, but 30 to 40% just little bit of attention towards the board because you are not responding to the individual, mind you.
Yes, sir.
Although I'm asking the question, but here entire board is listening. So
See, I have picked up a point from his question. So you are answering to me also,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? I am also listening attentively what you are saying.
Yes.
So sometimes you have to engage with me.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. It's a good interview.